Hello and welcome to Mackay Bespoke. My name's Daniel, this is Adam.
Hi guys.
And today we're here in Redricks Lane. Adam's got a new bespoke listing and he's going to show me around.
Can't wait to show you this one, Daniel. Do you want me to take that? So yes, we're on the outskirts of Sawbridgeworth in a semi-rural location. Just here, Dan, you're going to have a fixed panel to the side here.
Okay, yeah.
And the best way to describe it, when you see the garage door, it's all going to match that material and that colour. And then we're going to have bespoke gates here, all electric, and an electric personnel door that side as well.
So it's the same theme.
It's got that same theme, very similar colour to the windows. So you've got a modern feel. The biggest thing I like about this property is the fact that it's got a bit of character, you know, the brickwork and everything like that, the top of the brickwork, but it's got that modern feel as well. So it's got a real mix, which you'll see. Well, you can't see that much today. This is under construction. It's going to be finished in about 6 to 8 weeks. So we'll be doing some updates as we go along.
Yeah, and what was really interesting just before we were speaking is obviously you mentioned you got the sort of tarmac, you got the Welsh paving, the Welsh rumbles through here.
Yeah, so you've got block paving, Welsh, I think the Welsh cobbles, I think,
That's
all the way right up through. And actually, we've just met the developer who's just left us kindly. He's been watching the drone go up and down. But what we've decided now, we're going to actually have a little patio off here. So it's about a 2-metre patio off these doors. And then another little patio in the front. Well, it's going to be the block paved right up to the front door there, isn't it? So it's going to have a real nice seating area off the sitting room. And when the gates are shut, all you'll see is that countryside and the green. Which is
There's another point that you mentioned earlier. Obviously, you've got that 300-foot driver, which is.
Yes, let's have a little look at that. So the owners have really thought about what the type of home buyers are looking for at the moment, and buyers are definitely looking for work from home, workshops, offices, space. So they've created this driveway, as you can see. So the paving is going to finish here, and then you've got a shingle driveway which goes right up to the bottom there. I'll show you some clips in this video. It's a little yard at the moment, but subject to planning, you could get an outbuilding, garage in, further.
Sounds incredible, and for someone that wants to have that party, sort of environment, they've got the availability to have all that open space as well.
You could have. I don't think how many cars you could have here. Actually, you get a big party, that's for sure, with lots of people. But yeah, you just send all the cars up that way, wouldn't you? And it'd be great.
Lovely.
So
and obviously, this is the balcony coming off of the principal as well.
Yeah, so there's a terrace there. You're going to get a formal balcony put up, subject to planning. But and out the back, you've got a lovely sunken terrace. The sun really comes around in the morning, the front of the property. That's why they're going to do this patio. Wow. And then in the late evening in the summer, it's a little sun trap behind the garage where there's a big patio space.
Developers have obviously put a lot of thought into this, which is lovely to see as well.
Yeah, the builders of this property, they built their own last property, and they've got attention to detail, so they've got a nice eye. They've built other homes, so it's not just a big developer just building houses all the time, but they've taken a lot of thought in it. The original design, actually, the garage was going to be there when they bought the property. They had planning, and that was going to be the reception room, so they swapped it round and just felt like you create a bigger sitting room, which is really useful. So
I'm really excited to take a look inside.
Yeah, so Dan's not seen inside yet.
So from what I've heard, you mentioned as well, speaking with the developer, is as soon as we open up, obviously you've got that huge vaulted ceilings, you've got an absolutely massive.
So Dan's not seen it yet, so let's see his reaction.
Wow. Oh my gosh. How grand is that? And to have that natural light coming through those windows, as well as a skylight up here, which this will be the void for the stairs.
Yes,
the
stairs are actually here, ready to go in. So
okay.
The stairs will be going oak staircase.
Yeah.
That's the door to the garage space.
Wow.
We've got big storage coat cupboard, your shoes, and everything. So I just think it's all going to be painted and plastered, but
yeah.
I would imagine someone's going to come and make a feature of this wall and either have some cladding.
This is going to be absolutely beautiful, and to have, obviously, when this is that sort of white paint, you've got all of that natural light. It's all going to be bouncing around in this space.
Once it's painted, it's like when you see new builds, it's like this, it feels darker, but it will be so bright there.
And what I noticed as well, obviously coming through that front door, you've obviously got that line of sight straight out into the garden. You may not be able to see from the camera, but that's obviously, you've got 2 sections to that garden. Yeah. So it's almost partitioned. Well, exactly that, 3 including that space at the back.
So where do you want to see first? Sitting room, Daniel?
Yeah, let's take it. It makes sense to start in the sitting room.
It's a bit busy in here at the moment.
I'll give you this back, Adam.
Materials. So there's the big bifold doors.
Wow. So
it's a big space, but it's hard to visualise when you've got all the builders' materials in here, but you'll see a bit more space in the kitchen area.
Yeah, and you've got those nice tall ceilings as well. So, I mean, to have all of these bifolds open, this really is going to be well, it still feels quite intimate, even though it's a very large room.
And you'll have that 2-metre patio. yeah, just that parking alone without the driveway.
Well, it's almost one hostess space into the next, isn't it? Yeah.
So this would be a great room. I think this room will be used, obviously, but I think the main room is definitely the kitchen.
And I know the developers mentioned as well, they were talking with the underfloor heating as well. Is that? Yeah. So you can have underfloor heating in here.
Ground floor. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Wow, and that's wet as well, isn't it? Wet underfloor heating.
Yeah.
So should we take a little look round into the kitchen?
Yes, let's go to the kitchen.
Perfect.
Well, actually, before we go to the kitchen, should we show them the downstairs suite?
Lovely.
So downstairs toilet there.
Wow. Okay.
And this is what when we was going through the plans with the developers in the office, you quite liked this bit, didn't you? So
yes, so you've got utility space coming onto the dog room. So obviously myself having all those dogs, at my home, it really makes sense to have this space. This opens externally as well, so obviously you're able to let the dogs in. You've also got an outside tap for the shower as well to wash paws down and whatnot.
And then there's going to be some sort of sink here. This is where you won't let dogs come through until they're dry, washed.
Yeah, it just makes sense, doesn't it?
And this is going to be like a utility room, boot room area. Wow. And here is the downstairs bedroom suite, ideal for guest visitors or maybe a teenage son or daughter. It's got its own door, perfect coming home late at night.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's nice as well that you've got that corner for that light to come through.
So it's got a little bit of light coming from that side, then you've got all the glazing here. So beautiful.
Wow. I love that sort of theme of natural light. It's almost that every room is going to have that natural light coming in, especially when you take into consideration.
Yeah, ensuite shower room. So yeah, all bedrooms have got an ensuite here. Wow. So you've got 3 upstairs, 3 massive ones, and this is a very, very large bedroom too.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So we've seen everything else downstairs, all bar the most amazing kitchen.
Wow.
So the kitchen area is going to be in this zone down here.
So it's an L shape as well, so it's going to be starting around here?
Probably where that wiring is there, and then a big island here. And you've got space for a log burner inset, and then you've got they've got that corner
well.
glass, which is.
I mean, it's so aesthetic, isn't it? Especially once this is. You mentioned as well the quartz worktops.
Yeah, it's going to have quartz worktops.
Especially when you've got all of that light.
I think they're going to go for quite a trendy dark blue kitchen with a little bit of dove grey. Yeah. It's going to be really nice.
Absolutely brilliant.
So let's step outside of these beautiful bifold doors. So it's going to step out to a beautiful terrace. We've actually got a sample here of the beautiful stone which is going to be on the terrace. So all these steps and all the patio is going to be laid in that beautiful colour. And then
inside of the kitchen as well, that's ceramic, I think you mentioned.
Yeah, the similar tone actually. Yeah, they showed us a sample, didn't they? So this is going to be patio, and it sweeps round straight through to this area, which is surprisingly large actually.
Okay, so you've got almost this secluded part
and
as well.
This is 3:30, and you see the sun's now around the back of the house. Yeah. So all late afternoon, evening, you're going to get that sun shedding down into this area, which is very private in nature. So the developer was saying if he was moving in, he'd be putting a hot tub in this corner,
definitely, that's the space
barbecue area or something. And then you step up into this garden area where he's kept a lot of the planting, which was here because it was heavily planted when he bought the property, and he's kept a lot of the planting. So you've got 2 zones, like you said, Daniel, and you can see the quality of the build. It's just stunning.
It's lovely to have those dormer windows in both of those bedrooms as well.
Yeah,
which got some lovely recess points up there as well.
Yeah, someone was taking note when they came for me, weren't they?
It certainly was.
So what have you got any questions, Daniel? Or
yeah, so I'm interested as well because I know obviously the garden obviously splits off into 2 parts.
Yep.
And then just behind, obviously this runs down that 300-foot driveway. And then behind here, we've also got a separate space, which is also enclosed. So if someone wanted to have that sort of workshop, or even another double garage, if one isn't enough, you've got that space. You've got that potential as well to build that.
There's enough. Yeah, you could have children's play area in this bit, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And then a home office at the back.
What's lovely as well is obviously you've got the little ones, or you've got a sort of family hosting space down there, and then when the little ones want that, away from the parents, they've got this this part of the garden where it's all sectioned off. They're going to feel like they've got their own little world, haven't they?
So, question, Daniel, what type of buyer do you think is going to be looking to buy this home?
Definitely a trendy family, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's got
young
to be.
family, probably. With looking for that bigger garden.
Yeah.
I think that this area at the back is very important actually. I think someone who wants to work from home or
Yeah. I would imagine it's definitely someone that's kind of got their own sort of business running, and they need that sort of workshop down the end of the garden, somewhere, you know, maybe sort of storage. I can imagine if someone's sort of selling clothes, obviously they've got that storage space down the end of the garden as well, or you know, something along those lines.
Yeah, subject to play. I think we'd get something there, wouldn't you? You'd fit a quadruple garage there with a room
Oh,
above.
yeah, definitely.
Subject to play.
Yes, a huge space, and obviously it's something you'll be able to see a bit more detail from the drone shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are seeing lots of people looking for these larger gardens. I think this garden is lovely in the fact that you've got 3 different zones. Very private at the back here, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see it when it's finished, but obviously this is just the downstairs. I'd love to see the upstairs as well.
We'll have a look. We'll have to climb a ladder, but we'll get up there and have a look.
Perfect.
Let's go and take a look upstairs, Dan, shall we?
Yeah.
So before we go upstairs, Dan, let's just take in how grand this hallway is.
It's difficult when you're standing here not to take this scene in. Yeah, I mean, when you've got all of that natural light coming through, double aspect.
Just imagine with the tile flooring, paintwork, all the lighting on, it's just going to look amazing.
Brilliant space.
Do you want to go upstairs?
Yeah, please.
Let's go. Right. You can just see how amazing it does look.
To have those views over, looking over Redrick as well. Yeah, what a brilliant space, and opens into quite a large landing.
Yeah, it's a wide hallway here. So to the rear we've got the 2 bedrooms with the door window.
Wow, and these are obviously double-sized bedrooms as well, and it looks like you've got the ensuite through here, walk-in wardrobe.
Yeah, wardrobe space, large ensuite bathroom. I love what they've done with these.
It's brilliant keeping that with that character, isn't it?
And they've got, they chose windows which open up like this, so you can really see the garden.
Yeah. Well, it invites the outside in, doesn't it?
So Dan, this is the smallest of the 3 bedrooms upstairs, but not bad for a small bedroom, is it?
For a small bedroom
it's not
to have its own ensuite, almost walk-in wardrobe.
None of them are small, Dan. None of them are small. So off the landing as well, we've got another storage space, and then this is bedroom 2, which is the size of most principal bedrooms.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Huge in size. You've got another wardrobe, and
once again to have that sort of recess as well through the window, absolutely brilliant.
Ensuite shower room, which has been partly tiled already.
Yeah. And you've got a skylight coming through there as well.
Yeah, lovely light coming through.
Next window.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now it's time to look at the principal bedroom.
Ooh, let's take a look. So this, if I remember rightly, this is obviously coming on to the balcony. Wow.
Yeah, so huge walk-in wardrobe. So this is like big space walk-in wardrobe.
And I see you've also got access into the loft as well.
Loft there. So there's 2 of the roll-top baths which have all been ordered to fit in the bathrooms. And look at the size of that ensuite. It's just huge.
This is an ensuite. Wow. It's the size of a family bathroom. It's larger than a lot of the family bathrooms.
So I don't know if they're going to be putting a door there, but I'd imagine they'll be keeping that open. And this comes straight through into this grand principal bedroom with the floor-to-ceiling windows with countryside green views across the horizon there. It's what an amazing home, Dan. So what do you think?
Well, I think this room alone, to have those vaulted ceilings, you've got that, all of this, feature glass, taking a look over onto Redrick's as well is absolutely brilliant. They've clearly put a lot of thought into the design, and what an amazing bespoke build.
And buying a property, this property is going to go fully on the market now. So if you're interested in viewing, come and have a look. You might have a choice of colours. You might be able to have your own input a little bit, but everything is on order. So, but yeah, come and see it now, and you'll see a massive improvement over the next 4 or 6 weeks. The quality of builds is just outstanding here, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant opportunity for someone to snag it as well.
Yeah, gated drives are perfect, nice and private. Got your countryside on your doorstep. Yeah. So we're going to cut now to show you those drone clips so you can have a good look at the plot. If you're interested, speak to myself or Daniel, and we look forward to showing you around this beautiful home.
Until next time.
Thanks a lot.